You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast, so if you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot, turn this off before you get butthurt and mad, start to cry, have to run to your safe space. All opinions are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any government agency. Welcome back, Motorcop Chronicles podcast and our midweek news. Doc's not here, and we have happily got Holstera here. He's just become a fixture with us, but I have no complaints. I have no complaints. I was gonna do live me, not video loop me, but I was having some. I couldn't get the camera. I couldn't get the camera the way I wanted, and we were gonna try to Skype Holstera in for he'd be live, but neither one of us are real savvy on it, so hopefully next week maybe we'll have all the shit worked out and everybody will be live on camera, hopefully. So if you're here watching live, thank you. Like I said, we trying to get back onto a normal schedule again since COVID and the Hurricane Ida and all that other great shit that we had going on. Got me all discombobulated. I don't think that's a word, but I just made it a word. So we got to hopefully we get to it in a decent amount of time. We got like 7 stories to talk about. The first story I want to talk about is Holstera Senate. It's out of his state of Florida. So if you got that story to read?
Yeah, give me a second.
I do want to say this sheriff is fucking awesome. This sheriff holds no punches, and he gives 0 fucks on who he pisses off. So I would probably give this man a kiss on his lips, not like gay like, but just like
I'm pretty sure he slapped the hell out of you.
He probably slapped me, but if I was of the homosexual persuasion, I would probably love this man, but I'm not. But he seems cool as shit. So hopefully next week we'll be live and not video live me. Thanks, Jed. Yeah. Well, we'll definitely have to get you on again. You got that story pulled up?
I'm working on it.
Are we working on some dead air?
No, we're good. We're good. All right. Florida sheriff calls shooting suspect a coward after arresting him. A Florida sheriff called a former Marine sharpshooter a coward after the quadruple murder suspect surrendered to the authorities with his hands up after a prolonged firefight. I could already see where this is going. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd revealed authorities had spoken to 2 residents in Brandon, Florida, who said that a man they did not know spoke to them. The man said he was on a mission.
Uh-oh.
His daughter named Amber.
We're losing you. You breaking up. Technical difficulties. Nope.
What's going on?
You're breaking up. It's horrible.
Stand by.
You must.
Are you good?
I'm good. I know that. I don't know about you. Try it again.
How about now?
That's much better.
Oh, so great. Yep. Technology, brother.
I don't know, I'm getting feedback or something. You got something?
I had to mute the laptop.
Okay.
But yep. So basically, Grady Judd was responding to a person asking what his opinions were of the gentleman in the video. And he turned around and he explained to him that he wished he would have fought back so that they could have aired him out and not have to waste taxpayer dollars.
Yeah, he said basically called this dude a coward. Backstory is basically, I think this guy, I don't know if they were related or not. I watched the YouTube thing on it. I don't remember though. But this dude killed what, 4 people, including a child or something like that.
Yeah. He's not a good guy, and the fact that the media tried to push that it was a Marine.
Yeah, I love that. A former Marine sniper or something like that. Well, anyway, this dirtbag lost his shit, or for whatever reason. I know was it his girlfriend? I should have wrote some notes down on this shit. I'm sorry, people. But it happens like that sometimes. When I have a full-time job and everything else. If anybody'd like to know, my back has been killing me the last few days. I've been like riding the shit out my bike at work, and when you're doing a job for a 30-year-old man and you're 50, I pay for it in the afternoons, trust me. But anyway, he killed 4. I know he killed 4 people. And I don't know if anybody knows on here, if they know. I'm looking. Okay. No. Anyway, he killed 4 people, and he ended up giving up after a standoff. He was a Marine sharpshooter back in 2008 and 2009, so it wasn't nothing recent or nothing like that. He killed 4 people in his attack, including a 40-year-old resident named Justice Gleason, a 33-year-old woman. This makes me sick right here. A 3-month-old baby that the woman was holding, and a 62-year-old. He also killed a 62-year-old person believed to be the baby's grandmother. And he also killed the family's dog. So he killed 4 people and the canine. Said another victim, an 11-year-old girl, was still alive, but she had 7 bullet wounds, and she was rushed to Tampa General Hospital. And there's no connection between the shooter and his victims. So these are just all random people. Dirtbag. Victims. Yeah, the dirtbag, I'm not even going to say his name. He don't deserve it. His girlfriend told the police that he had been suffering with PTSD and was becoming more erratic lately. Maybe she should have called and found somebody to help or whatever. Right.
Yeah, it's sickening. And, you know, that.
And he admitted, the sheriff judge said that dirtbag piece of shit needs to burn in hell for the rest of his life or wherever he goes.
Right, because he only wanted the soft targets. Once the hard targets showed up and, you know, put at gunpoint, he dropped the gun. You know, we're the gunshine state. I can't believe not one of them were armed.
He says he admitted to taking methamphetamine, which to me that's no excuse. That was his choice to be a meth head. Right. But he killed a 3-month-old innocent little baby. So, and then he's going to give up. I agree with the sheriff. Hey, he's a coward. He's a coward. He should have. All he had to do was raise that gun up. And they'd have ventilated the shit out that motherfucker. He could have, you know, gave him a little lead poisoning because that's what he deserves. Now,
he don't deserve to be able to sit in a prison and write a book.
No, I mean, Florida still has death penalty, I assume.
Oh hell yeah!
But if Florida's anything like Louisiana, you get on death row, it'll be 20, 30 years before he's executed. And
underneath the current guidelines of Florida, not really, because it seems like everybody from the top to the bottom is conservative, you know, right wing. But we've had times where we've had a Democratic governor, and he would stay the executions every day.
No, I'm just saying, like in Louisiana, they get so many appeals automatically, it takes them 20, 30 years to execute somebody. And this dude's 40. So even if it takes him 20 years, I mean, he's going to be 60. He'll be in his 60s or 70s by the time he's executed. Hopefully, Unfortunately, also he'll be on death row, which that means he lives in isolation, so no other inmates could get to him to ventilate him with a shank or something like that.
Right.
That's what he deserves. Because a motherfucker like this shouldn't be breathing air. Should not be breathing air. I understand people get mental issues for more and all that stuff with post-traumatic stress. You know what? There ain't no excuse for doing that. I don't care.
Jet ain't wrong.
No, not at all. But but I don't know if y'all have ever watched Sheriff, what's it, Judd Grady, I believe?
Grady Judd.
Grady Judd. You can go on YouTube. He's always on. He had one not too long ago where they arrested these dope dealers, and he took their chains and he put the chains on while he was talking about the case and everything, saying, and it was their gold chains. No, it's his gold chains, and he put the damn gold chains on and did an interview with the dope dealers' gold chains on. This dude is a badass. He's just a badass. I love him.
Yeah, he don't take shit from nobody. I'm telling you. I wish there was a way that he could be in charge of the law enforcement for the entire state. We have so many sheriffs that are political down here.
That dude, this dude's awesome. I love watching him. Some of the videos can get long, but like I say, he's on YouTube. That's where I watch him at. But I loved it that he's like, that motherfucker was a coward for not dying, for giving up, piece of shit. Oh no, I'm going to give up. He just killed a 3-month-old. I'm going to give up. So this next story we're about to talk about too. I love how they say some of this shit because it's really aggravating the way they put some of it, because they're just fucking they're just trying. This next one here is let me see where it's from. It's the site I got off of was Law and Crime. Anyway, the headline of the story, it says, after alleged threats, former state corrections officer fatally shoots 3-year-old son in murder-suicide, authorities say. All right. It says former corrections officer. They throw that in there. This dude might have been a corrections officer 20 years ago. They're going to put that in there because it makes the story more sensational, because it makes this corrections officer went and killed his own kid and stuff like that. Well, it says former. There's no reason. All I could say was, after alleged threats, father kills his 3-year-old son in a murder-suicide. But I guess it's not as good without the former correction officer.
Yeah, it's so they can go after law enforcement.
Exactly. Anyway, law enforcement authorities, this was in Michigan, say a father who threatened to kill his estranged wife and her children in the past finally shot and killed their 3-year-old son before turning the gun on himself earlier this week. This happened, this story is from September 4th, so it's very, very recent. Deputies with the Kent County Sheriff's Office on Wednesday said the 32-year-old, I'm not saying his name, 32-year-old piece of shit shot himself and his young son. The little boy's name was Dylan Thiebaud, if I'm pronouncing the last name right, in their home located in the 11,000 block of Barnsley Road in Lowell, Michigan, about 20 minutes east of Grand Rapids. Officers entered the residence in response to a call from family members requesting a wellness check. And if you read the news and stuff, keep up with it, places like Chicago and some of these other places, they're trying to get rid of the wellness check, where law enforcement can't do wellness checks.
What the hell are they going to do? Send out a social worker?
Most, I guess. I don't know. But
they ain't going to know what that smell is.
The family reported they had not heard from Dirtbag in several days. Upon entering, the deputies found the father and the son deceased from apparent gunshot wounds. An autopsy conducted by the county medical examiner's office on Thursday determined that Dirtbag's manner of death was suicide, and Dylan's manner of death was ruled homicide. Several neighbors told regional newspaper that they were shocked to learn that their neighborhood, a former corrections officer for the state, may have been responsible for such an atrocious act. I'm sure his neighbors probably knew he was a former corrections officer. He had a sign in his front yard that says, "I'm a former corrections officer." Oh, God. May have been responsible for such an atrocious act. However, local Fox affiliate reported that the dirtbag had allegedly threatened to kill himself and others in the past. The TV station on Friday obtained documents filed by the estranged wife in Kent County Circuit Court last year, which sought a restraining order against Thibault. "He threatened to kill me, my children, and my family, and to commit suicide afterwards," she wrote in the affidavit. "He rattled off the names of my family members and said he knew where they worked, he knew when they were home, and that he would get them and hurt them." According to the filing, it allegedly made such claims every time. The two fought, often getting specific and telling her that he would save her daughter from a previous relationship for last. The two were in the midst of a continuous divorce proceeding when Derek and Dylan were found dead. I accidentally said his name. One time, we were having a conversation about a news story where a woman drove her car off a bridge, killing her and her children, and the dirtbag's mother wrote in the request for the protective order. He said something about the woman was probably trying to save them from something worse or protecting them from someone else.
Jesus.
Yeah, right. This led to him threatening that if I ever left him, that he would protect his son from whatever I might expose him to outside of our marriage. To me, this was a threat to kill our son if I ever left him. He would repeat this threat when we would get into an argument, and I would leave. These two just sound like they were toxic for each other.
Oh, I think the marriage was working out great.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. We met on Tinder. A judge granted the restraining order. No shit. But it was dissolved March 22nd after Dirtbag and his wife agreed to a mutual restraining order. So he wanted a restraining order against her. Look, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to end the kids and me and stuff. But you need a restraining order against you. And it's so
See, in Florida, that's the way it works. If, like, say I was getting a restraining order on you, if I call you after I have that restraining order, I go to jail for violating the restraining order.
Anyway, Dirtbag's mom. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm getting it right. No. The little boy, Dylan. Dylan's mom. Let me get back where I was at. Said the family was absolutely devastated. Well, no shit. She added that there are no words to describe how much Dylan will be missed by all that knew him. A GoFundMe page has been set up for the family with a goal of reaching $20,000, which already has been surpassed at the time of this report. I guess they needed help paying for the funeral.
We're ain't cheap.
No, they're not. Anyway, this story sucks in all kind of different ways. I wish they would have put in there of how former of a corrections officer he was.
Right, and was he fired because
I'm sure
he was a shitbag?
he was probably fired because he is fucking psycho. They had a picture of the little boy up here. I didn't put it up here. He's a cute little boy. They showed him riding his bicycle. Unfortunately, he was the son of a psychopath, and that decided this dude sounded like one of them motherfuckers that's like, if I can't have you, nobody can have you types.
Yeah, like some crazy Eminem song.
That shit bothers me so bad. It's like, especially when it's the guys that say that shit, that they're the ones that cheated on the woman in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't want you, but nobody else can have you. Nobody else can have you neither. And yeah, that story. I mean, both of them, little kids getting murdered. I mean, what the hell was I thinking? I must have been putting funky ass stories up there. Jed says they do it just to blackball law enforcement. This is the real media. Most others are fake. They do it. I mean, that's the main thing. They love to call out the former deputy, former this, former that. Well, there's a reason.
90% of the time they were shitbags.
Yeah, or they only worked there like 6 months because they got their asses fired. So they're pieces of shit. This next story, let me see which one it is. Yes, well, at least there is no dead children in this next story because I'm about to get myself depressed, damn it. The next story is, I think it's actually kind of funny.
This is definitely your woods.
Yes, this is in
Louisiana.
My neck of the woods in Louisiana. I'll pull her picture up. This pretty young lady right here. Y'all see her? She ain't a bad looking girl. Young. She's very young. She's an attractive girl. She is I say she is. She is I'm gonna pull this news means off. She is now a former 911 operator. How's that? She is a former 911 operator. If I can get the story to load, I will read it to you. I saw this when I was like, oh fuck. Anyway, she former 911 operator. Why does it keep doing that? There we go. New Orleans. This is out of New Orleans. 911 dispatcher is on the run after repeatedly hanging up on people with emergencies. I'm sorry. It's like, 911, what's your emergency? They trying to kill me. Well, run, bitch. Click. 911, what's your emergency? Yeah, someone's breaking into my house right now. I really need help. If they're at the back door, go out the front door. Thanks, click. Oh, yes,
like
I was just involved in a car crash. Oh, really? Well, it's probably your fault. Just fucking leave. Click.
Do you remember the audio about the Karen that she called 911 because she couldn't punish her kid? And he goes, what do you want me to do? Send a deputy out to shoot her? And that lady lost her shit.
Well, there was a TV show about a year ago or so. Then me and Bam were watching, and there was this 911 operator on this TV show. It was a law enforcement show, and this 911 operator lost her shit and just started hanging up on people or giving them bad information and shit. This reminded me of that so bad. Anyway, this young lady right here, and you can see she's young. Says a Louisiana woman and a 911 dispatcher, we'll say, and former 911 dispatcher is currently wanted. I don't know if they caught her yet or not. Is currently wanted by authorities in New Orleans after allegedly fielding several emergency calls and then hanging up on the people in need of assistance.
No, I don't feel like dealing with that shit. Click.
Yeah, her name is Precious. Precious Stevens. That's Miss Precious Stevens right there. She is 25 years old, and she stands accused of malfeasance in office and interfering with an emergency communication for allegedly disconnecting calls without gathering the requisite information or relaying the caller's needs to other dispatchers or authority. Yeah, girl, I ain't got time for this. I talk with my friend. We're going to get our nails done tomorrow. Call back later. Oh, they shooting at you? Well, bitch, duck. That's all I can say. Duck and cover. That's Baton Rouge City's visitor info. Welcome to Baton Rouge. Duck and cover. Thanks for visiting.
Keep your head down, people.
According to the New Orleans Police Department, Precious is at large and has a warrant out for her arrest on both charges. It's like, precious girl, you know you can't be hanging up on. I could just see. I could imagine being a person calling in for help. And it's like, hello. I think they hung up on. It's not funny, but
I would like to hear the tape.
It is funny. It is funny.
Was it bullshit that she didn't like, and she was just like, I don't know how to deal with that shit. Click.
It said, let me read these. It says, It says, just as I'm tired and Precious ain't got no time for your shit. Yeah, you right. How you doing, Harold? I'm glad you joined us. He says, for real. And, yeah. I got some pretty good comments. Yeah, they gonna have to have a GoFundMe for Precious. I'm sorry. I'd love to know if they caught her. But but Precious is out of a job. She's at large. Working as a 911 operator with the Orleans Parish Communications District at the time, she is wanted for allegedly disconnecting 911 calls deliberately without obtaining necessary emergency information or relaying such emergencies to the other dispatchers for aid. NOPD noted in a press release the report was taken on August 23rd. So this is like really recent. According to a local ABC affiliate, Precious was fired from her job of late last month. I wonder why she got fired.
Bringing up on people.
The communication district was allegedly notified something odd about Precious's phone calls during her shift on August the 20th and 21st. She must have been working overnight. Officials told the Times-Picayune those problems were uncovered during an investigation into the quality of a random sampling of calls. So you trying to tell me these motherfuckers she hung up on didn't call back? I've been like, motherfucker, that bitch hung up on my...
No, dude, you're dead.
Yeah.
It's New Orleans, whatever.
Those internal protocols, however, turned up more than audio quality issues, officials said. Precious was immediately dismissed and her information was turned over to the police. The district has and will continue to cooperate with the investigation into this matter and dedicated to providing any and all assistance to aid in the efforts to catch Precious's little ass. Under Louisiana law, malfeasance in office is defined as the intentional refusal or failure to perform any duty lawfully required, or the intentional performance or any such duty in an unlawful manner. The Pelican State defines just because all state birds are pelican don't make us a Pelican State. Defines interfering with an emergency communication as in relevant part when a person disconnects, damages, disables, removes, or uses physical force or intimidation to block access to any telephone or telecommunication device with the specific intent to interfere or prevent an individual from using 911. If Precious is convicted, she faces more than 5 years in prison as well as fines. I'm gonna tell you what Precious is gonna get. Precious gonna get slapped on the wrist. Yep. She's gonna get her some probation, some supervised probation, and it'll probably last 6 months if she's good. And she'll go, I don't know, dispatch for a tow truck company or something. I called for a tow 6 hours ago. Bitch, the only toes you getting around here is my toes I'm getting a pedicure on.
It don't make any sense to me. I'm like, did she just go like full Medea on people and hang up on them?
I don't know if they're like, oh, I need help. She's like, click. I ain't got time for this shit. I'm tired. I am so tired. I'm tired. They got me on this damn night shift, working 6 to 6. I'm tired. All my friends are out partying. What's that? Shots fired. I ain't got time for that. I said I should be doing shots at my friend's house. You worry about. Oh, so precious. Oh, Precious. You so precious.
Wow. Now I got to ask you, because I don't work in law, up in Louisiana. Do you not have sheriff's deputies or police officers inside of your dispatch centers?
Well, in sheriff's offices around here, the dispatchers or deputies.
Really?
Most of them are not post-certified deputies, but they have to go to, there's communication schools they go to, and I think there's some kind of post-communication school they can go to or something like that. I don't know if it's required or not. I don't know. But no, just like jailers and stuff. They say correction officers. I mean, if you work at a, parish prison or something, I mean, you're still a deputy. You just have a different role.
Right. No, I mean, like ours down here, the agencies I've worked for, they have a sergeant or somebody higher up that is posted at the dispatch center at all times, because that way, obviously permission to engage in a pursuit, all these things,
Oh, I don't ask dispatch permission. I mean,
well, no,
how's dispatch
going to give supervisor.
Dispatch going to give me permission.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering.
Oh. It's like they just run up in this Circle K right here and they done stole they took the whole icing machine.
Oh, that was my cousin.
And she's like, yeah, I ain't got time for that. Click. I would just love to know which calls. I wish they'd have put down what type of call that Precious didn't have time to take.
I want to hear the tapes.
Yeah, I do too. That would be fucking awesome. Let's take Precious off the screen. But Precious then gave us some good content there.
That's what you need to do. You send over a Freedom of Information Act. Tell them you want the tapes.
Jet says where he's at, he's not dispatch goes through supervisor on the road or in the office. Oh, yes. Let's see. The next one. Don't have a picture for the next story. We'll see if you can pull this one up. It's about the let me see. It's about a 15-year-old killer. Louisiana story, but you can read it. You got that one?
Un momento.
The teenager accused of
15-year-old?
Yes.
Yeah, give it a minute. It is raining cats and dogs outside.
Oh, is it? Well, you can keep it.
No, we're going to send you some more water.
No, I don't need no more water. No more water.
All right. 15-year-old accused of killing one and injuring another on Nicholas Drive amid Hurricane Ida's aftermath. Baton Rouge, a teenager, is accused of shooting two people during an argument just hours after Hurricane Ida slammed the capital area. The gunfire was reported around 8:45 in the morning, Monday, August 30th, at the Save More Market on Nicholas Drive, just outside LSU campus.
That's Nicholson.
Nicholson.
You're not from here. It's okay. I understand.
It's like Honolulu.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a really Cajun name. I mean, Nicholson. But.
Police said the suspect, a 15-year-old, shot at a group of three during the confrontation. Two men, a 22-year-old and a 28-year-old, were struck by gunfire. The third victim was a woman who was uninjured. What? You got shot, but she was uninjured.
That makes no sense, does it?
Like, was she in the backseat of the car and two dudes like crashed? I don't know. That don't make no sense. The two men were rushed to the hospital with serious injuries. The teen was arrested and booked on charges of attempted first-degree murder, illegal use of a weapon, and possession of a handgun by a juvenile. He is not being identified at this time due to his age.
Go figure. I guess it wasn't stolen. They didn't say anything about a stolen gun.
Nah, it's probably his dad's or something.
On Friday night, the 28-year-old Gregory Cotton died from his gunshot-related injuries. Well,
from his COVID-related injuries.
Yeah. Here's his joke. Some dude is walking down the street in the French Quarter. He walks up on somebody laid out. He called Precious at 911. She said, "What is your emergency?" He said, "I got a dude laid out. He is bleeding bad." Precious said, "What is your location?" He says, "I'm at the corner of Peach Tree and Sycamore." Precious says, "I am new at this job, so can you spell the last word?" He said, STYXARCSEC. Hold on, I'm fixing to drag this fucker to Elm Street. That's a good one there, Arrow. Sycamore is very hard to spell. Anyway, this 15-year-old, I guess he didn't have a stolen gun, so he probably got it from his parents or something like that. What was horrible is, we just got the shit beat out of us by a hurricane. He's at the gas station shooting motherfuckers.
At 8 o'clock in the morning.
He done shot 2 dudes and shot this girl, but didn't shoot the girl. I want to know how that happened.
I just want to appreciate the fact that because of his age, he didn't do this at school. You know what I mean? Something random happened. Like these dudes started yelling at him. He was yelling at them.
Or somebody owed somebody something for drugs or something like that. And there ain't no telling. He's like, "Oh, you looked at my girl's booty the wrong way. I'm gonna beat your little ass, but fuck you." Pop, 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 pop.
She was shot and uninjured.
She got shot, but not shot. That's like a store we went to the other day. Me and Bam went to, I think it was Burger King or something. It was
delicious.
It's better than McDonald's. I'm not a McDonald's fan, but anyway, we were at a store, or we went to a store to get something to eat. I don't remember the whole story, but they had a sign out there. And I looked at her and I was like, what the fuck? I think it was Burger King. It says cash or card only. I said, they had this shit handwritten down on the sign at the cash or card only. I'm like, I looked at Bam. I was like, how other way? How?
Dude, I would have walked up to the counter and started bartering with him.
Is there like some secret way that I don't know to pay for shit, but you can only pay with cash or card here?
We'll pay with this roll of toilet paper.
Yeah, I mean,
yep.
hey, I got this bounty. The quicker picker upper. Yeah, I got
nice.
I got a 6-pack. Gonna trade me that for like 2 quarter pounds of cheese and some large fries. Yeah, don't tell me no. This time last year, it's also the bounty that you can tear the sheet in half. It's got the extra, so you don't have to. If you don't need a whole sheet, you can use half the sheet. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Throw me a shake in there too. Yeah. Oh. I mean, it's Burger King.
Or like Bitcoin or something.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the sign said cash or card only. I'm just like looking at it like, the fuck?
I do the digital currency and stuff, but it ain't normal yet.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Cash App.
Yeah. But it's crazy. But anyway, 15-year-old shoots, kills people. To me personally, if you're 15 and you shoot and kill people like that with a firearm, and you should be tried as an adult. Period. He's making. I don't think they take EBT cards at all.
Harold, you are correct.
Yeah, I don't think they take that.
My Taco Bells and stuff in my area and McDonald's take EBT.
Hey, Jed, I love me some government cheese. That's some good shit.
Hell yeah.
I love government cheese. Government cheese is delicious. You know what I used to really like? My grandparents, I guess, used to get commodities or something like that. It was like fucking, 40 years ago.
Yeah,
the powdered eggs. It was like powdered eggs. And you just added water to it and you mixed it up and then you like cooked it. And it was like scrambled eggs.
Powdered eggs.
Yes, powdered eggs. It was like how you got powdered milk?
I know, yeah.
This was eggs, and it was powdered, just like powdered milk, but you just added water to the powdered eggs, and you stirred it up, mixed it up real good, and you put the liquid in the frying pan, and it turned to eggs.
No shit.
It's
a thing.
I loved it. A lot of people say it tasted a little weird or whatever. I loved powdered eggs.
People are calling it like a prepper thing because it's freeze dried.
I don't know, but I liked it. I mean, but you pour this water, because basically you stir the stuff up in it because it's not thick. You pour this water in the frying pan and it turns to eggs. So I don't know how they do it. It's magic. It's magic eggs. That's all I can say.
It's magic.
Magic eggs. All right, this next story we got right here, I do have a picture to add to it. This is a very, very, very happy. They use powdered eggs in jail. Well, I'm not going to jail just to get fucking eggs, Harold. I'm sorry.
You can buy it at Walmart.
I just refuse. It's like what it is it's really old chickens that they can't lay eggs no more. So when they fart, the eggs come out like powder, and they got like a little bag behind it, and they catch the chicken farts as they come out as powder. It's like really old chickens, and it's like farting powdered eggs.
It's like, what is that little black speck on the top of chicken shit? It's chicken shit too.
Anyway, this lady I just pulled up. If you're watching live, she you see she's very looks cheerful and I'm gonna use
she's happy.
She's jovial. You know, I knew that word. I can't spell it, but I can say it. And she's very jovial, but she looks very happy. I mean, she's in her mugshot here. I mean, I hate seeing everybody tries to look mean. The ones that try to look tough in their mugshots, I just want to laugh at them. This lady is happy to be in jail. Anyway, the headline, the story is from the Charleston Press, and the headline read, "Violent woman beat an other woman driver with a hammer in front of her minor children for cutting her off and tried to take the 5-year out of the car too. 5-year-old child out of the car too." He said, "Road rage is something that almost every driver will experience at least once in their life. And usually these incidents finish with just a short argument, not a long one, short ones. Because if you argue too long, Popo showing up, 12 showing up, 5-0 showing up. God, they got a lot of terms for us cops, don't they? Showing up and motherfuckers going to be going to jail. So you only can argue very shortly in road rage because then you got to jump in your shit and get out of there before Popo shows up. So, but sometimes violent and nervous drivers go much farther and cause incidents that result with beatings and even deaths. On one such,
my car, I'm gonna pop you.
Yeah, I mean it's dangerous to get out there. You get shot. On one such violent driver is the 27-year-old Miss J. Chapman. This is Miss Chapman right here. She's lucky. They probably called Precious to report it, and she hung up on her. 911. Yes, we got a lady out here beating the shit out of this other woman with a hammer. Yeah, I ain't got time for that shit. Click. Anyway, she doesn't know how to control her anger in such an intense situation. Well, she don't look angry right here. It must be pizza day in jail, or they got powdered eggs for breakfast.
People that smile on their mugshot scare the hell out of me.
Yeah. She's like, I don't give a fuck.
It's glamour shot.
I'm getting this powdered egg for breakfast. According to police, the suspect was arrested earlier this month in a road rage incident in guess what state? This is a very violent state.
Louisiana.
Ohio.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people from Ohio can't drive anyway.
Is that in Akron? I don't know. But in Ohio, when I hear like the state Ohio, I mean, violence is not the first thing that pops in my mind when I hear Ohio.
It's really close to Detroit.
Well, maybe they have violence. I don't know. I've never been up there. I mean, I would starve to death. They don't have nothing to eat. After she allegedly cut off another woman in traffic, she pulled her out of her car and beat her with a hammer. Was it a claw hammer? Was it a rubber hammer? Was it what type of hammer are we talking about?
Yeah, damn, because it could be murder or what?
What type of hammer? The police said that at the time of the incident, the victim's 5-year-old twin, so they had 2 kids in the car, 2 5-year-old twins were on the back seat of the car, and the suspect beat the victim in front of her children's eyes. Chapman even took the suspect's car keys before leaving the scene. Bet you ain't cutting me off again. I got your keys. She said she took her keys.
Melissa must be from Ohio. See, look, they're angry people.
I see that. She said, bite me. Wow.
See, that's that road rage stuff.
Yeah, I mean, look at her. She's got it going on. Some people work in jails. Yeah, well, if you work in a jail and you get free powdered eggs, that's a bonus for you, Harold.
I'd make them myself. I don't think I would trust a...
Powdered eggs are delicious. It says that when authorities arrived on the scene, a woman who was helping the victim after the incident showed the deputies a Facebook Live video of that's what I'm gonna do. I like to go live on Facebook while I'm beating somebody's ass. You know, I just want a little evidence of my own.
Hey, maybe she went viral. She's getting paid. That's why she's smiling.
Oh, that Chapman made and posted on Facebook herself. The video clearly shows the moment of the beating. I mean, she must be a bad bitch. She was swinging a hammer and doing a video at the same fucking time. Shows the moment of beating, taking the victim's car keys, and further threatening she will kill her. According to police reports, the victim told investigators that a passenger who was at the suspect's car got out and tried to open the door and take the children out of the car. And he tried to steal her kids, stole her keys, trying to take her kid, whooped her. Oh, my God. When questioned by police.
So many charges.
Yeah. When questioned by police, the passenger said she allegedly tried to take the children out of their car for safety because my friend is crazy bitch over there. We call her Hammer Time. So she the new MC Hammer right there.
Can't touch this.
Yeah. Can't cut me off. It said luckily she wasn't able to take them out. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries on her head and arms, but refused to be transported to hospital for treatment. EMS personnel treated her on the scene. Well, she must not have been a mallet. It must have been, because if you get hit by a claw hammer or something like that, you won't go to the hospital because you're going to be hurting.
I don't know any hammer besides like a dead blow hammer used for, Yeah,
them ball peen hammers can fuck you up too.
Hell yeah.
I mean, any kind of hammer. I don't want to get hit by any hammer. But it says since the Facebook video was public, it wasn't even a private video she put up. Boy, this is some MC Hammer over here. She is not thinking. Police easily identified the attacker and located her at her home shortly afterwards. The deputy who responded at the scene said they found a hammer at the suspect's house, but the keys from the victim's car were not found. Police didn't reveal if the hammer was the one used in the attack. Although Chapman didn't confirm when questioned, police believe the motive for the attack was the cutoff, which turned out to be more than a sufficient reason for her to go hammer time on the victim. Something that she apparently did. Chapman was jailed on charges of felonious assault and aggravated burglary. See, that's what's weird. Like in Louisiana, well, I think we might be one of the few states. In like most states, it's called this is assault. In Louisiana, this would be considered an aggravated battery or a second degree battery.
With a deadly weapon.
Yeah. And assault in Louisiana is basically me threatening to do something to you. And it's like it's weird because in a lot of other states it's flipped around.
Yeah, it's because they're weird.
It's like that with y'all. Batteries is there and the assault.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. See,
battery is if I walk up and put my hand on you, and assault is if I tell you I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, and I can really commit some battery on you if I take some of them D-cell Duracells, put them in a sock, and just start whooping your ass prison style with them. And that's called a battery.
I would have got it for Grand Theft Auto because removal of the keys is stealing that car because now they don't have access.
I think they'd have charged the passenger with attempted kidnapping.
Right.
And guess what her bond was for this felonious assault and aggravated
$50.
Well, no, but it's $19,000, which is cheap as shit. I mean, she should at least
$1,900.
Yeah, like $1,900 get her out of jail. I mean, she committed two aggravated felonies. Basically, she ought to have at least had like a $50,000 bond.
That's why she's smiling. She just got this stimming to bond herself out.
This is just another case of showing how an ordinary traffic issue might result in a big incident. So anyway, we got MC Hammer up here smiling in her mugshot because this a crazy bitch. I'm telling you what, if she got a man, that motherfucker might want to run for the hills because look at her face. If you're on live or watching video, look at her face. She don't give a shit that she just got her ass arrested on 2 felonies. She fucking Facebook live this shit. And she was whipping this woman's ass.
So the jury's gonna love that.
Yeah. I mean, I do nickname her the new Hammer Time. So, yeah. Anyway, she's happy. I hope she got her powdered eggs and just awesome. Just got her some powdered eggs. Powdered eggs are delicious. What also is delicious is my salted watermelon whiskey I have right here.
Oh yes, it is.
It is so. You got you some?
Yeah.
Salty watermelon by Old Smoky is delicious. Old Smoky needs to start sending me whiskey for free since I always talk about their shit. It says Slick Dick Rick Hammer Time. I don't know, Miss Conrad. I'm just wondering. Did somebody who called says 911? What's your emergency? Yeah. We got some crazy woman out here beating the shit out of this other woman with a hammer. I ain't got time for that. Tell them to stop. You have a nice day. Click. Because Precious don't give a shit about this shit.
I think it's Precious's cousin. That's why she wasn't answering the call.
It may be. I don't know.
She was on a break and she's on the phone with her. She says, "This girl just cut me off. I'm about to beat the shit out of her." Then she went back inside and answered a 911 call. It was like, "Oh, hell no. We ain't coming."
Well, Jed, if you ever get a chance and you try the root beer flavored whiskeys also. I plan on getting me some vanilla bean ice cream, some root beer, and adding a root beer whiskey to it, and making me an alcoholic float because that sounds fucking delicious. Also,
I can't find something to mix with the what the hell was that peanut butter one?
Yes, I told you what to mix it with.
Was I already drinking the whiskey at the time?
Because I don't know.
Might be why I don't
peanut
recall.
butter whiskey. You mix it with either the cran grape juice, not grape juice because it's too sweet, but the cran grape juice, or I found another one. You mix it with a blueberry Red Bull.
Oh no, Red Bull, no.
But I'm just saying. But the cran grape juice is good too. It's like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. That's what I mix it with.
So it's good for your kidneys at the same time.
Yes, it's good for your urinary tract while you're intoxicating.
I'm loving it.
All right, next story. Next story is another Louisiana story. I tried to do a lot of Louisiana ones this time. This one, close your eyes because this one, there will be no nudity on Motor Cop Chronicles podcast. With her kidneys, yeah. But this woman committed her crime in the nude. And when I show you a picture of this sexy motherfucker here. Now, I don't want anybody that looks at these pictures on here live on the video to see this lady and then look at your wife and divorce them and try to go bond this woman out of jail. Do not leave your wives for this woman. But I'm about to show you one
gorgeous,
beautiful woman here. Okay. Anyway, before I pull a picture up, this comes out of WSB Radio.
Apparently, she don't know how to do the dishes.
Naked Louisiana woman sets fire to a grocery store. So I don't know why she had to be naked to set fire to the grocery store, but she did. Burn. Well, hope she had no big old bush. Like a fire crash. Fire! My twat's on fire.
She got to be a redhead for that.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to pull her picture up now since I saw her. Now, like I said, men, please do not, leave your wives for this woman. Stand by. Here she is. Boom. Look at that. Gorgeous. This woman is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if it's, I don't know what's that thing growing under her lip or on her eye, or it's the black eye. I think it might be the black eye.
That eye is from her not making a sandwich properly.
I don't know. She has two face nipples is all I know. She has a lip nipple and an eye nipple. So anyway, it says this is, she's from West Monroe, Louisiana, which is a great area in Louisiana. I'm being extremely sarcastic. There's nothing to do in Monroe, West or East Monroe. That's probably why she set the store for. Anyway, a Louisiana woman is accused of setting a grocery store on fire while she was naked. She didn't do much damage to this store, so I don't know why they're making a big deal out of it. She only did approximately $1 million in damages to the store. I'm sure they'll be taken out of her savings account. Anyway, her name is Angela Elizabeth Watson. Now, this beautiful woman that's up on the screen that I hope no one leaves their wife for is, how old do you think she is there, Holstera?
Pre-drugs or after?
Just how old does she look in this picture?
I'm gonna go with 40.
Well, you're close. She's 37. She's 37. Now, listen, she look like she's 43. Yeah, y'all are both close. Yep. She needs a Dr. Pimple Popper, right? And Dustin Lopez says she must have had that. I don't know what that word is. I can't say it. God knows a lot of. I don't know. You got me tongue tied there, Dustin. Anyway, she's from West Monroe. She was arrested Friday and charged with 1 count of simple arson, 1 count of simple burglary, and 3 counts of simple criminal damage to property, according to the Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office. Do you know how to say Ouachita? I'm glad I read this because you'd have looked at that word and probably wouldn't known what the fuck what it was. Would you?
I guess.
What were you to guess it as?
What?
Look at a story. You got the story. Pull the story up and scroll down.
Yeah, I do.
And I want you to look at it. You tell me what you thought you'd have thought the word would have been.
Well, damn.
Are you looking at it?
Ouachita Parish.
No, it's pronounced Ouachita.
No, my ass. That thing says Ouachita.
No, it's not, but it's pronounced Ouachita. I'm telling you. It's not Uchita or whatever, but
it's not Uchita.
It's Ouachita.
If I ever come up there and visit you and we drive over there, we're going to have to check out Ouachita Parish and Homo, Louisiana.
It's not Homo, Louisiana. It's Homo. But anyway, for all you, I know I got a lot of people from like other countries and up north and especially Canada and stuff like that. Anyway, while we're making fun of it, is Ouachita is spelled Ouachita. Ouachita Parish. So it's not Ochita. But anyway, that's why I'm glad I read it. According to court records in Ouachita Parish, the fire department responded to a fire at Mac's Fresh Market in West Monroe. The Monroe News Star reported. When firefighters extinguished the blaze, they discovered Watson inside the building wearing only a white butcher's coat, the newspaper. So this bitch set the building on fire and stayed in there. She got a butcher's apron and she was going to cut her some fillets, I guess. Surveillance video later showed a naked woman, identified as Miss Sexy Watson, forcing her way into the building. They said she picked up several bottles of lighter fluid and set 13 separate fires in the building, according to the television station. Miss Sexy Watson was seen soaking multiple products, displays, in the clerk stand that held flammable liquid. She then ignited the fires with a lighter, and I guess the shit caught on fire. Authorities said,
"Did nobody think to call the police when it started?"
Well, no, she broke into the store. It was closed. Authorities said the damages caused by the fire, smoke, and water were estimated more than $1 million. Sexy Watson received medical care at the scene for a singed vagina and anal warts. No, don't say that, but I just made that up. It was later transported to an area hospital, and she was later booked at the Ouachita Correctional Center. Her bond was set at $10,000. Man, he's got some low-ass bond. She done burn a store up, cost $1 million.
So if she comes up with $1,000 right now, she'd go back to the same place the same day and burn that bitch to the ground.
Yeah, or order some chicken wings or something. I don't know. I just hope she puts some.
Can you imagine that?
Son, I've been pissed. This bitch done burnt my store up, and she got $10,000 bond. That's crazy as shit.
Yeah, she burned up $1 million worth of product, and now she can go out in an hour, come back in here, and buy a double cheeseburger and look me in the face. No, hell no. No, someone tried to call the police when she started going crazy, but Precious answered the call.
I don't know what y'all saying. Oh, you talking about when I was talking to Dustin Lopez? Dustin Lopez is on, if he's still in here, he's on YouTube. We use Restream on the live when I'm doing live right here, and we're streaming.
No, Jed got in trouble from Facebook. They banned him or something.
Oh, Jed got in trouble. What did he say?
It was right in the in the chat here.
Oh, I must have missed it.
But I'm like,
Was
it
it
ain't
for?
nobody besides us.
I don't know. Well, they probably just monitor stuff. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. I know I sent a one of them dirty memes, the funny dirty memes. I sent one of those to a buddy of mine, and they flagged it for adult content. And I'm like, what?
Facebook gets on my nerves. I need to start putting my videos up on Rumble more. The problem is I can't go live on Rumble.
Rumble.
Rumble is like it's like YouTube. No, it's like YouTube, and actually Dan Bongino does Rumble. Rumble is like free speech. As long as you don't do nudity, they don't give a shit what you talk about on there. They're not going to ban you for talking about COVID. They're not going to ban you for talking about Trump. They're not going to ban you for talking about vaccines on any way you want to. The only thing is I can't go live on there. I can do a video and post it on there. I just can't do it live. But
you could always do a video and
I have there. Everybody listening or whatever, the Motor Cop Chronicles podcast does have a Rumble account. I have one follower on it. I've had it for months. Y'all go check it out. Follow me, and I'll start putting more stuff on it. But I mean, I've got like 4 or 5 videos on it. I mean, it's past episodes, but I got one follower. So I mean, I'm not gonna bust my ass doing it if I'm not getting nothing on it. So y'all go. It's free download on your phone or whatever. Rumble.
I bet you do good on TikTok
and stuff like that. I don't know if I could stream like this on TikTok. I don't know how that would work.
You can do live.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'll be able to use my video software. All right.
We'll talk about it.
We're, as usual, me and Holstera are going long, but we do have one more story, and I'm not going to cut it short because this is actually a serious, I think, kind of important story that needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
On this last one. So you go ahead and read on that one since it's out of New York.
Yeah, because with my accent, right?
Yeah, you need that.
Wait, that was more like an Australian accent. What the fuck?
I don't know what that was, but it was not New York at all.
I don't know.
It was
all right.
Horrible.
4 NYPD cops are suspended without pay after security footage shows them doing nothing as a man pulls out a gun and opens fire. Well, no shit. I would too. 4 New York City police officers were suspended without pay after they were caught on security video seemingly standing by and doing nothing when a man accidentally shot himself in the leg in Harlem.
Well, isn't that what they want the cops to do?
Early in the week?
Don't they want to ban the cops in New York too?
Wait a minute. So he didn't shoot nobody? He just shot himself and the cops were just standing there. They're probably laughing at his dumb ass.
Yeah, I mean, he shot himself. He pulled a gun out and was like shooting at people.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. The incident took place on August 23rd at 136th Street and 7th Avenue in Manhattan. Don't know where that is. Where a group of men were gambling and drinking in the street. So they were playing dice. All right. Surveillance video obtained by the New York Post, among other news outlets, shows 2 officers on foot patrol leaning against the wall of a building and 2 others sitting in a double-parked patrol SUV. Wait a minute. So there's more?
Well, what happened was somebody called 911 about the illegal gambling, but Precious answered the phone.
No, she'll start dispatching there next week. Let's see.
Well,
yeah, so the pictures. I didn't know if you had the pictures to put up.
No, I didn't put no pictures of it up. But
is it the officers down there on the left leaning up against the building?
I don't know if it's a stock photo or I don't know if it was them or a stock photo, so I put it up. My thing is New York's one of the cities that wants to defund the cops. They don't want the cops doing nothing. They don't want the cops. They don't want the cops doing their job. So when the cops don't do their job, now they want to suspend the cops for not doing their job. But if they would have went and done their job, they want to suspend. They want to fire and charge the cops for doing their job. Them poor dudes are in a lose-lose situation.
You know what? Them guys were 8 minutes from going 10-7.
It's like, no, it's like,
that's
dude,
too much paperwork.
Yeah, dude. The dude shot his fucking self.
Okay, so according to officials, all 4 officers identified as, wow.
We ain't got to say their names.
Yeah, but See, it said 2. Now it's 4. We're on a crime reduction assignment. Well, the guy was helping do the assignment. He shot himself.
Yeah, well, they're on crime reduction. They were watching them illegal gamble with playing dice on the street.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not quite sure what they were doing there either. No, that's Chicago. They can't chase you if you run away, right?
Yeah, they can't. You can't chase in Chicago. Well, you can chase. You just gotta get a supervisor's permission first, which the people will be like half a mile away by the time you get permission.
A spokesperson for the NYPD confirmed to DailyMail.com that the officers involved had been suspended without pay, but she declined to provide any details concerning the incident. Yeah, I'm sure once the union gets involved, they'll get their paycheck. In the security footage taken from the scene, a gun goes off in the hand of one of the men gambling on the sidewalk, causing the others to disperse in terror. None of the officers on the scene seemed to stir as the sound of the gunshot. They also appear to make no attempt to render aid to the victim, who is seen hopping away on his right foot after tossing the gun away. He was like, "Fuck this! I don't want this gun no more."
These were the cops when the dude shot himself out there, and they were like, it's like that dude just shot himself. We got him hop. Look, he's pretending like he's a grasshopper now. I'm
but
sorry.
To be fair, that dude could have been up in their face talking about all cops are bad. Fucking
yeah.
They did that.
Yeah, fuck 12. You know, the dude shot himself.
I'm more concerned with the fact that he pulled a gun out and they didn't have their guns pulled.
Yeah. Or did he pull the gun out, or did he stick his hand in his pocket where the gun was, and he hit the trigger and shot himself in the leg? They're like standing there, you know, chilling. It's like, oh, I wonder who's going to win this illegal dice game here. Pow! Dude reaches his pocket to get some money or a piece of juicy fruit. Because, I mean, it's happened before. Dude, he stuck his hand in his pocket.
Yeah, they ain't got a safety on it.
And hits the trigger because he's a ding-dong and shot himself. He might have never pulled the gun out. I bet you he didn't. I bet you he never pulled the gun. I bet you he stuck his hand in his pocket for something and hit the trigger and shot himself.
So, as seen in the footage, the officers do not take any action to secure the weapon lying on the sidewalk, or take anyone in for questioning about the shooting.
Well, what they got to question?
Pick the gun up.
Yeah, I'd have picked the gun up, you know. I mean, but you don't have to question them. I mean, dude shot him. It's like, dude, you shot yourself in the leg. You stupid. But it's New York, and they don't want these people doing their job. That's what you get.
I mean, to be fair, there is 4 police officers there, 2 in the SUV, 2 leaning up against the building. If he wanted police aid, he would have walked towards the police officers, not ran away.
Yeah. I mean, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, the poor guys, like I said, you do your job, they want to put you in jail. You don't do your job, they want to suspend you without pay. It's all bullshit. I'm sorry. Hey, and them New York guys are, you know, I've watched, you know, some stuff. I mean, they're trained up guys. I mean, they know their shit. And for them to be treated the way they are because of administration and mayors and, you know, piece of shit chiefs and all that shit like that, I mean, they can't do their jobs. They can't do them.
So the only thing they want to do now is just clock in and go home at the end of their shift.
Yeah. And like I said, when stuff like this happens, then they want to, oh, well, y'all didn't do y'all's job. Well, yeah, we did. Y'all didn't want us to do our job. Make your fucking mind up. So, anyway.
And I'm sure the union, you know, rep will go in there and be like, obviously the guy didn't want medical help because he would have walked towards the police. You know, maybe he had a silencer.
What if we went over there and we had to shoot the guy? Now we done shot the poor guy, and he's probably he's gambling illegal, probably got warrants, and he would become a saint. He'd be Saint Gambler now, like Saint George. So I mean, that's what happened. So we didn't do it last time. I don't think it's been a while, but I don't have the graphic to put up on this one, but I still got the soundbite. It's time to vote for our hot nut. It's time. Oh Lord, I think I just lost Holstera. I have to call him back, but it's time to vote for the. There you back?
Yeah, I hit that damn button.
Don't hit the button. It's time to vote for our hot nut story for this episode. So if everybody's live, I'm gonna give it, just a little, not long. Vote for you. The hot nut story is basically what it says. It's just a fucking story. My hot nut story is Precious also. Somebody just put up Precious. Mine is Precious.
Precious.
Is
gotta be Precious.
It's Precious.
She's so precious.
I mean, just the I don't give a shit 911 operators like, I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this shit. What? No, I ain't got time for it. And hanging up on people. So mine is Precious. We got 4 votes for Precious so far. Give it just a second. See if anybody else is voting, because I know there's a slight
But I'm
delay.
sure she's not the only dispatcher.
No, this girl. So, all right. So Precious, even if everybody else votes something different, Precious is gonna get it. Precious gets the hot nut for this week's. Yeah, well, if you called her with some hot nuts, she would say, "I ain't got time for that shit. Put some water on it and hang up on you." So,
that she might actually talk to you.
No. If your nuts are hot, you might want to go to the doctor, or you're on fire. Well, that would have been the other lady, Sexy Watson lady, that
mistakenly reach over to the nightstand and find that it's icy hot instead of lube.
Yes. Oh, hey, what's wrong with this? So everybody, I appreciate it. I think we had a pretty damn good time tonight. I know I enjoyed it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Precious, if you're gonna need some commissary, let us know. We'll start a GoFundMe account for you.
Yeah, and we'll make some eggs.
Yeah, we're gonna send you some powdered eggs. If anybody finds powdered eggs and would like to mail them to me, y'all just message me and let me know, and I'll give you a place to mail them to, and I will eat your powdered eggs.
Just Google search.
Oh, I've been thinking about this also. If audio listeners or whatever, I know I did the store. We did the one not long ago where I did all the pictures of stuff I've seen on the road. If you're out there and you see crazy shit on the highway while you're do it safely, don't want anybody to crash or whatever. You see crazy shit out there, take a picture of it, send it to me. We'll do another one as soon as we get enough pictures together to do an episode of it, and everybody can have pictures up there, and we'll say who it came from, or we don't have to say who it come from. It's up to you. You'll have to let me know. Also, go check out Holstera store on Facebook. What's your business page?
Holstera's 3D Creations.
You can go buy some Star Wars action figures with tits and nipples and stuff like that.
I've also got other stuff on
quite interesting. Yes, he does have a dino dick on there also. It's a dick with T-Rex arms and legs and stuff. So I wouldn't recommend using it for masturbation purposes, but it is quite interesting looking. But go check out his 3D printing store online. I suggested a cup for him to make. If he makes it, I will get that from him. If you've seen some on the other episodes later on, if you saw it, the little red Trump I had in there flipping the bird, he did make that. So he does stuff like that. So go check it out. If you'd like to be a guest, send me a story or anything like that. Either send a message on Facebook, hit me up on email, which is the best way to get me. Motorcop Chronicles podcast. I mean, is it podcast? I can't remember. motorcopchronicles @gmail.com. That's the best way. I'll get back in touch with you way quicker than any other way. And like I said, always looking for guests. I do have a good one going to be coming up. I was supposed to do the interview last night. Got home, didn't have no power. But I believe she used to be a paramedic. She's a former paramedic from South Carolina, and she does a lot of stuff with post-traumatic stress stuff. And
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at
I see the touching the tips thing. I don't want to know. I don't want to know, Jed. I don't want to know. Anyway,
freeze-dried eggs.
Yeah. Anyway, hopefully I'll be interviewing her within the next few days. that one will be put out Sunday. So y'all come back and listen for that one. So until Sunday, which it won't be live until next Wednesday when we are live and have some stories. Y'all be safe. Watch your back. If you're a dispatcher, do not hang up on people.
Or do. That's your choice.
Yeah, or do. Or if you're pissed off, don't break into the store naked and set it on fire. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. And remember to smile, because the Iceman could always be behind you.
Later, y'all.